Kung kailangan nyo ng boarding house, may 1830 boarding house kami. Kung kailangan mo kumain, may Grams, si Burgers, Wings, and Chops kami. At kung kailangan mo ng t-shirt, may Lazada Merch po ako.
It would be difficult to the woman to onboard. And are you in favor of having women as part of the crew? So, next, Captain.
Yes, sir.
Captain, if some pirates attack your ship, what would you do? It's okay to answer this one.
Yes, of course. To make long story short, I will do everything to avoid this situation. So we have all procedures, protection measures, which are connected to our freeboard, our passive protection. In case we are going to risky area, we have security team on board, armed. So we have a lot of measures which we can implement, passive and active, which can prevent boarding of pirates.
Yeah, I saw
Yes.
preparation of the bosun, the AV, and this.
So now this piracy is a little bit, let's say, reduced, but there is some places like West Africa when it's still very dangerous. If you are afraid, don't go there. But you know, this is also what I believe, what I said about the excitement of this job. This is of course maybe bad excitement, but this is part of this job also. This piracy was at sea always. Whenever became seamen, became also pirates, you know. This is simply some crime at sea, which we have to face. Try to protect ourselves. The worst part of this killed people and hijacked, injured, sick. Especially in West Africa, the situation is very unstable, very dangerous
For the pirates.
for the pirates, and not so much measures
Not all-
you can implement protect against them. So it's not so easy.
Next question, Captain, if the ship will have an emergency situation like abandoned ship, what is the first thing you're going to do or to say? You know, everyone has a responsibility during this emergency situation.
Yes.
Maybe he's asking what is the first thing you're going to do.
Okay, I mean, if you go to such critical situation like abandoned vessel, it means a lot of things went very, very wrong before. If we have to abandon the vessel, the most important, we are all together. That's it, on
That's
the
it.
boat. You
Just-
know. We leave the vessel all together.
So that's why we have a head count.
Yeah, head count, of course. You know, generally, if there is no, let's say, no major fire on board, because this can be only for me the reason to abandon the vessel. Generally, the vessel itself is the safest place to stay. We are double hull vessel with a lot of compartments. Even if they are flooded, half of the vessel is flooded. You know, the tankers are built very safe. The best is to stay on board the vessel. Of course, if there is some structure damage when the vessel is broken or there is fire, the vessel is falling apart, there is no mercy. We have to abandon the vessel. But then, of course, the most important, we are all together on one go. I mean,
That is your goal when...
Of course, this is human life, to save our lives. You know, as I said, the vessel is only money. This is only property. Same you have car, you make accident with the car. What you do? Okay, you cry 5 minutes, but later on you have to buy new one. You have bigger problem not because you crush your wife. You have bigger problem because you have to explain this to your wife. You know.
But the important
This
is
is only
you're
money.
alive.
Yes,
during that
exactly.
accident.
This is the most important.
Okay.
Always.
Next question, Captain. It would be difficult. Oh, this one is we have a sea woman in Philippines.
Yes.
And they're really hard to get on board. Some of them. This one is from them. I remember this.
Yes.
It would be difficult to the woman to on board. And are you in favor of having women as part of the crew?
This is very difficult and.
Do you experience already?
Yes, I experienced women on board 3 times. Cadet, third officer and chief officer. I don't like to be, chauvinistic, anti-women, but it was not so good experience. Not because of the women. The women actually, they are fantastic. They are killing themselves to do the job, and actually they are even better than men. But the problem is, in this job, whatever we say about this sexual harassment, about this equalization of the women and men, always you find seamen, some idiot, sorry to say, who will abuse the woman.
Oh.
And always you'll find this. Each vessel, I get the situation. Things are difficult to handle later on, because hard to get the witness. I don't like this, honestly. I don't like this situation. I have a lot of 3 cases, so it can be handled, of course, but this is difficult for all parties. If I'm second mate and there is, let's say, some third officer woman and there is some problem with some crew, I don't care so much. But as a master, I know this is painful. This can be long stories, but this is problematic. I really respect women who decided to go at sea because it means you are really strong woman, really. You have your target, you know what you do, you want to be seaman, but I'm telling you, to be seaman at sea, this is very tough. Very tough. I really very respect women who continue, who decided, because it's not so easy. But on the other hand, there is a lot of cases when you see the woman tougher, better and stronger than men. This is beautiful, fantastic, because woman is kind of small beauty in our life. which make our life a little bit more fluid.
And you found them working really hard. Sometimes you feel.
Yes, actually, these women which were on board with me, they were working very hard. They were very good seamen. The issue was with other crew. Always you find some crew which, for some reason, either it was alcohol connected or some misinterpretation of the signals, or let's say she smiled to him. He said he was thinking something going to happen.
Yeah.
All these relationships at sea, because we are separated from, let's say, normal environment, this is difficult to handle.
Yeah.
But of course, it's possible.
The problem only is some crew out there, for.
This is like everywhere. Yes, generally, normal world, you can avoid this kind of people. On board the vessel, we are in the enclosed environment. What to do? I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, of course we have conflicts.
For a couple of months.
Yes. So also, some women, they have maybe some. I have one actually.
Maybe let's say you just more care about them if they will get on board. So that's why you want to.
From my point of view, no mercy. If you work on board, for me, she does same what I said about nationality. It doesn't matter. You are man or woman. You have to do your job. So if, let's say, we have some job to be done on deck, and she said, sorry captain, I will destroy my tips. I said, either your tips or your job to be done. They have much more difficult situation because they want to preserve their beauty. They want to still look attractive. But in this job, especially like engineer or some jobs on deck, you get dirty, swollen, stinky, bad looking. You have to accept this kind of jobs. Let's say the woman is facing this kind of problems. Of course, job at sea is more tough. But I know some women who don't care at all. Tough, beautiful, hardworking, fantastic. But for me, as a master, doesn't matter, woman or man. You do your job. Finish story.
Okay.
That's it.
It's the same with the nationality.
Exactly. No issue. I hate, if they are this sexual embarrassment, I hate these people, and I try to take discipline consequences to the person who is making some sexual harassment to the women. But these situations are very hard to judge because you never know who is guilty.
Yeah.
You never. Either she's accusing him or he is
making story.
Yeah.
Next question, Captain.
Yes, sir.
What are the responsibilities of the captain on board? In short, excellent.
Responsibilities. Okay, shortly, to bring the vessel safely from A to B. That's it. But not alone. All the guys.
About your salary, I did not include here, but there's a lot subscriber asking for the salary. The salary biyahe is private, and I want captain to be safe. Maybe his neighbor or her neighbor watching, and they found it. He have a big salary.
No, I tell you, see, this is very clear, very simple. I have enough money to live. So always I'm saying, your salary is enough for your living. Of course, many people are thinking, but this is, sorry to say, this is primitive thinking. If you think master has big salary, but then simply ask yourself, who give this salary to the master? Owner. And you think they give salary to the master because they have too much money and they have nothing to do? No, because they are judging, as we say, responsibilities. Because you see, we have some case, let's say, when there was, cash was stolen on board the vessel. Finally, master is responsible, and if this cash is $30,000, master has to pay from his own money. Okay, you get good salary, but you have also big responsibilities, So this is the point. I'm not getting salary because, like these owners, they are not stupid people, and they are not paying salary because they have nothing to do with the money. They are judging responsibility level, and they said, okay, master job is so responsible. If the vessel and cargo value is $200 million, and let's say this 200
what we
million,
are carrying.
What you are carrying, and now because of, let's say, a lack of training, wrong estimation of the officer qualification, wrong management of the vessel will crash and will destroy, let's say, all Palawan beach. When 100,000 people, they get job because of the tourism, beauty, nature is destroyed, vessel is destroyed. So actually the damage can be billions of dollars. I'm not saying purely the accident will be master fault, but at the end the master name will be on the news and he will be responsible for this. What will be consequences? I know there was some collision in Singapore, master went to prison. So this is the point, you count the money when you are happy, but you have to face the responsibility if problems.
The consequence.
So this is the point,
Okay, so next, captain, how does it feels to be a captain or master of the ship? What is the best decision Tap has ever made being a captain?
Honestly, I'm not thinking at all about I'm the captain. When I wake up in the morning, I have some, let's say, some plan what to do, some jobs to do, with some mails to send, some topics to discuss, some problems to solve. So I'm not thinking in the criteria I'm the captain, And because this is giving you in the false self-attraction, stupid and dangerous track, I'm not thinking at all, I'm the master. I don't care actually. This is only title, which I don't bother so much, You got my point, I respect this job. I respect all officers, whoever is doing the job. But generally, if you are poor master, you are master and what? And poor. Still chickimicki, banana. Sometimes good motorman is better than poor master, because if you are poor, what is the purpose to, so you got my point. So this is kind of,
when you get on board as a captain, then do your job as a captain.
Exactly.
Next question, captain.
Yes, sir.
They say if you are a captain, you can bring your wife in ship. Did you ever try?
This is not only captain, all depends of the company. I was third officer, my wife, she was with me on board 4 months. There was also a wife.
4 months?
4 months. And there was also, that time contracts were longer than now.
Unlike now. By the way, captain contracts or different nationality have a shorter contract. Unlike us Filipino, we have 8 months, 9 months.
You see, all depends of the company, generally. If you accept this kind of contract, you get this contract. Because I work with Filipino in Europe, let's say, when it was more tough, they have contract, let's say 3 months.
3 months.
But okay, job was more difficult. My first contract was more than 1 year on board the vessel, and I of course, and before 2-3 years contracts were, let's say, standard ones.
It's too long.
That time nobody was thinking they are too long, because Siemens life was so fantastic.
Yeah.
People, they were enjoying it.
I heard this story.
They like this job. They were not married that time, and the contracts were longer.
So that's why they enjoy it.
Between what? Yes.
I mean, they enjoy going somewhere different country.
Yes. In fact, this is what we are saying. Seamanship was different, Seamanship was different.
But now, as a captain, did you ever bring your wife or family on
No,
board?
and I don't like to bring, because my wife, she was with me. She know how this job looks. So, from my point of view, I'll tell you bad story, which in fact make me to make decision not to take wife on board anymore. Because we took one second mate wife, join our vessel. We were going to Mombasa, and we catch hurricane. So we make
Another route.
big avoidance area. We passed this hurricane about 500 miles away. But of course, we were fully loaded, but still the swell was pretty high. For seamen, for us on board, it didn't bother so much. But
For the family?
For this woman, she was blowing.
Yeah, I feel it.
I will not go to these personal details, but each hole of the body, she was transferring liquids. She was totally dehydrated. Very dangerous situation. Second mate, husband, he didn't realize what is happening. I said, listen, if she will, whatever liquids or food she's taking, she's blowing away, she will die in 1 week.
Oh.
And to go to next port, we have about 2 weeks to go. So I said, either you convince your wife, or she convince herself, she will drink. Because, the medicines, nothing was helping, to change the food, diet. Simply because of the rolling, she get terrible seasick. She lost, like, in 1 week, I don't like to exaggerate, but a few kg definitely. She was looking terrible,
She got
thinner,
thinner,
and she was looking like a skeleton wrapped with the skin. She was crying, feeling very bad, and I said, if she will not drink, within 1 week she will die, because you can not eat for 1 month. But you have to drink at least.
And 2 weeks more before the port.
Yeah, and then still 2 weeks too. So I said, I will not take this risk anymore, because what will happen if she will die on board? For us seamen, if you are healthy, okay, you feel bad, vessel is rolling, jumping, everything crazy, but you go to engine room, you do your job, you go sleep, okay, you try to sleep at least, but you are not thinking about this one, you can die. When I realized this woman, she's going to pass away, we were simply lucky. After 5 days, situation get a little bit stable, and she was drinking so much, actually, because whatever she drinks, she blow away. So, and you can see, she start to get temperature, she cannot walk anymore, she was in bed, in very poor shape, terrible situation.
So in short, you don't like because of this situation. But let's say if the
yes, it was really bad.
The vessel is in the
luck.
Philippines port, they will just come in for 1 day, for an hour. Just
fantastic,
it's okay.
fantastic.
Yeah,
I have one time. We have been in Davao City in Philippines. Very nice place. One AB wife with a kid came on the vessel. I'm telling you, it was catastrophe, disaster. These kids, they were everywhere. Fantastic. Fantastic.
Filipino kids.
Yes, beautiful. Very cute, fantastic, very, very alive. So I like it, So it was pleasure.
Only one AV or some of the crew also?
There was one AB with the wife and kids.
I picture it out that all kids is running around on the alleyway.
You see, I try also to avoid this kind of situation. He asked for permission because, you know, the vessel is not passenger vessel. You can get also easily to cut your finger somewhere or to get some injury, whatever. So we negotiate not so many, but generally crew, they prefer to meet wife
Outside the vessel.
So let's say wife came on board for, let's say, dinner to eat food together, but generally the guys, they were spending time outside, you know, because
They're working also.
they're working, so for the seamen also. But okay, Davao is far away, so, you know, some of the wives, they travel, but still, you know, because we didn't have so much capacity in cabins, I said also, if we get 20 crew members and we get 20 wives and 40 kids, our chief cook will not.
Provision.
No, it's not the provision. Provision we have the problem.
How he cook?
You see, because
How he
you see,
prepared?
yeah, this is, you see, we talk about the master job. I have to think also about the chief cook job. How he will prepare bloody food for 100 persons. Because everybody, chief cook, I want to eat.
Yes.
Banana, finito, no more. Because, so I said, guys, you can come with your kids and your wife, perfect. But if you get chance to do it outside, do it outside, because simply I don't like to kill chief cook, you know, also because he has to cook, he has to clean, he has to prepare the food. Big story.